This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SLUGHAUS Micro, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So as you can see here, I've got all of my daily use keys that I use pretty regularly on the table in front of me, and then my little key fob here. And the SLUGHAUS Micro comes in a little package like this. And inside this package, you get 3 micros, and each pack of those has, I believe it's 3 male, 3 female, 12 spacers, 3 extenders, and 3 multi-tools. And we'll get into what each of those do now. As you can see here, this is what the micro looks like when you have the 2 ends, and then you have an extender in here, but there's no spacers in there, and there's obviously no keys on there right now. So if you start to unscrew this here, you can see that it looks like it's just 2 pieces, but it's actually one of these there's another extender attached on here as well. So this, I think, nope, other side. No, third try is the charm. There we go. This is the extender here. So you have the end with the little screw head here. Kind of hard to see, but that's got like a flathead screw head. And you've got one end that just has a female screw, and then you have this extender. So you don't need to use this extender if you don't want to. So you can set that to the side, and then this just screws together. And you've got a little mini micro. So that's, I would say it's about roughly half the size, maybe a little bit over half the size of what it was when we had the extender on there. But that's good if you only have a couple keys, or maybe you normally have like 6 keys, you might use the extender. And if you're going on vacation, you only want to take 2 keys, you just take out the extender, leave the keys behind you don't need, and then you just bring the mini micro, as I call it. But something that I think is important to note is that not all keys are going to fit on this thing. So this is my house key here, and this does not fit through, as you can see. Does not fit through because it is kind of a weird key, but this is just one of those, as you see, it's a minute key, which is at like Walmart and Home Depot and places like that. So this is just like a standard, the cheapest key you can get at those, just where you plug in your key and they make a copy. This is also from Minute Key. I think I've got 2 generations of Minute Keys here, and that does fit through, so you are able to get that through. And then just certain other keys too, like this is a key we have here at the office that I use to put my bike away each morning. And it fits through this side, but it does not fit all the way through the extender, as you can see there. So just kind of something to keep in mind, if you do have a key that has like a smaller than average like hole on it, like this is not really a standard hole, you might run into an issue there. But also in the package, we have these spacers, these little black rubberized spacers to separate your keys and to separate your keys from the ends of the micro. So if you want to throw some keys on there, so you put one there, and that kind of is like a little buffer between the stainless steel of the micro and your keys, so it's not as jangly, and it also prevents your keys from hitting each other. So if you put another one on there, then you throw another key in there, it kind of keeps them from rubbing up against each other too much and making too much noise, and it also makes it easier for them to pivot. So if I take that off of there, you can see there's a bit more noise. I'm not sure how well you can hear that. But I've also had the spacers help because sometimes I put these this way so they're not doing it, but if you have keys going the same way, see the lines on the key here, they can kind of get like locked in together, like it's kind of did it there. But if like you have a bunch of keys, I think you probably could do 3, maybe 4 keys on the micro without any spacers when it doesn't have the extender in. But if they're really close like this, it's hard to get them to, like they catch on each other, and it can be hard to swing the key around that you want to use, if that makes sense. And the spacers really help with that. And also just, this is a very minimalistic key organizer. So putting those spacers in there makes it a little bit less noisy, and I don't know why I think less noise is more minimalistic, but that works in my head. So, and the last thing we have to go over is just this little multi-tool here. So you can slide, I'll put the spacer on there, and you can put the multi-tool here. So if you put the multi-tool here, what you can do is you can attach a keyring onto here. So I have my little fob here attached just onto there with the standard keyring so that I still have my fob. You could put it on here, but it does have a little bit more room to wiggle around. Just depends what your preference is. And I do like if it's here, it doesn't have as much room, as I said, to wiggle around. But something I think is important to note, let me put the end of the micro on here real quick, is that if you're using this as a bottle opener, I only have one key on there right now, so it won't be super easy to see. But if you wanted to use that as a bottle opener, and you have to like grab the key as leverage, and when you're opening the bottle, you're kind of like poking yourself with your key. This isn't the pokiest key, but it's definitely, you can feel it, and it's not like the best experience opening the key when you open it, or opening a bottle, sorry. You can just really feel the key poking you. You can also use this to pry things open, and also can use it as a flathead screwdriver if you want to. The flathead screwdriver didn't work super well in my experience, but in a last-ditch resort, when this is all you have, it will get the job done. And the stainless steel on this is really strong. I haven't noticed any nicks on, this is the one I was using. No nicks or anything like that, and just really strong. And I popped open quite a few bottles just to test this bottle opener. Didn't bend at all, just a really, really strong stainless steel construction. But, so there you have it, the SLUGHAUS Micro. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you on the next one.